say less. I won't just say yes. Need you to do more than say less. I thought you knew that anybody can do that.
Halle Berry was telling a story of going to the doctors with some symptoms, and the doctors incorrectly diagnosing her with an STD. Now, let me just thank her for coming out, because that's, very courageous to say, I was diagnosed with an STD. And she said women and men feel about women during their midlife. And it was actually perimenopausal symptoms, menopausal symptoms. It wasn't an STD. At 54, she found herself having a lot of sex, she said, and she recalled experiencing some excruciating pain following this sex. And so she went to the doctor. And he told her she had the worst case of herpes he had ever seen.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I mean, what? And she said after testing revealed that, exactly. But there's certain assumptions about, Black women having a lot of sex, you got an STD because you're nasty or whatever. And shame on that doctor, but she said she realized the pain was a symptom of perimenopause because of the dryness that occurs in that stage of life. She said, my doctor had no knowledge and didn't prepare me. And then I knew, oh my gosh, I've got to use my platform. So she went out and talked about it, that, women need to have this conversation. So the men know as well. Good lubricants. What are your thoughts, Dr. Alman?
I'm pro wetness.
And what? Okay.
Juiciness is grand, yes, and wonderful. And so nature will provide you with that if you balance your hormones. And so the whole idea of perimenopausal issues and menopausal issues, symptoms, let's say, have everything to do with the shift in hormones. So there are foods we can have, there are substances that we should avoid, et cetera, that can assist us with moving into these phases of our life. And there's nothing shameful about that. I mean, nobody tries to shame somebody for needing Viagra or whatever. Like, you could go get a prescription and walk in. It's not a big deal. And in these cases, it's not that the flesh is unwilling. It's that the hormones need to be balanced in a certain aspect. And perhaps even the libido has gone down sometimes, or takes these roller coasters. And as soon as you balance out the hormones better, all of that restores. There's a blush to the skin. There's more wetness available in those areas, the little sexy bits, the expensive parts, as my grandmother would call it. And so we want all of that. We want all of that, all of our lives. The third chapter, the third act, I should say, of our lives shouldn't be like, okay, you had maiden and mother, and now crone, forget about it. Like, you don't need to have sex. You don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, who's going to criticize people in that aspect? And I love Halle Berry for that. I love her for that. I love her in general. I just think she has been very forthright about her diabetes. She's been very forthright about lots of things going on with her, and people don't give her enough credit for that.
Yeah, and she was exclusive with Van Hunt, who she's been enjoying a lot of lovely sex with, and neither one of them had neither one of them tested positive for herpes. So shame on the doctor for even giving somebody a scary, I think this is what you have, without even, like, what the hell? What is that? Without even giving a test?
To tell someone. And not that a herpes is a death sentence per se. Lots of people, it's no different than chicken pox, any other thing, cold sores on your mouth. It's no different, but it's something to definitely not tell someone until you're sure about your diagnosis, because you would have to start some medication like a cyclovir or valcyclovir or any other number of things to sort of help with that. And those things can be a little bit taxing to the liver. So it's like, why would you put somebody on a medication without, so anyway, boo on that doctor. Boo.
That's why we have you here. And those of you who go to calabashtea.com, you can ask Sunyata questions because she answers them. All right. So getting back to you being pro wetness, what are some things that people can eat? Is it diet? Is it supplements? Is it, all of the above? Like, what are some things?
All of the above. I love my vitamins and minerals as phyto minerals. edible in that capacity. So I absolutely love having lots of yams in my system, like wild yams, not just as a cream that you can put on your body, especially in fleshier areas like over the lower abdomen, is really great for helping to restore. So inner thighs, lower abdomen, for restoring balance to our systems.
Also, topically, wild yams?
Yeah, there's
as a topical
that are made. Okay. So wild yam creams are great for that. And this is what the old school wise women, as we call it, right? These old school ladies and the herbalists, AKA witches of our community, the root workers, knew what to use. And in addition to that, things with chasteberry, things with dong quai, which is one of my boos. I love dong quai. It is a Chinese herb, a root. We use the root part of it, and it is considered the women's ginseng. So it is something that also restores a lot of our balance hormonally in every phase of our lives, from menarche, meaning the beginning of menstruation in our lives, all the way through all of the facets of our womb life to perimenopause, menopause. And so we want to make sure that we keep everything in balance through all of those stages. So I love that too, as an herb.
You need to get a wild yam product on your site. So
right. Well, wild yam is in our Wise Woman tonic. We have a tonic called Wise Woman. I just thought of, which is our menopausal, perimenopausal tonic. I just be in the zone. And then and our Yoniverse, that particular tea, is our womb wellness tea for all phases of life. And so I love restoring libidos to people and making sure that you feel like it, you're in the mood. Even if you're solo, you don't have to be like, oh, I have a co-pilot. Like, you know how to drive your own car. Like, if you just want to make sure, because guess what? Nature will tell you if you're not well. And one of the first things to go is your sex drive, your secondary sex characteristics. So like if you're growing hair in areas on your chin, other places on your chest, and you're like, what is going on here? It's hormonal. Something's going on that needs to be back into balance. If you're not feeling like being intimate, and it's not necessarily emotional, like it's not psychological where you're like, ugh, I just can't take this person over there. That happens. Sometimes I don't want to hear people breathing. I'm like, I don't know, why are you breathing in my room? But if you want to be in the mood and you can't really get to those spaces, it can also be that hormonal balance. If you find your skin is dry, if you find that your hair is brittle and it may be coming out or anything, your hormones are telling you a story. Nature is saying, I don't have enough resources for this project, this foolishness that you're into. I'm just trying to keep the basic person alive, and you on some other thing. Like, we don't have resources for that. We're just trying to drive the car. And so the minute we restore balance to that, making sure that we take our vitamins, our minerals, our food is not as energetic as we would like these days. So it may be that you need to put a supplement in your diet. And biotin, I love, like a great biotin supplement. I absolutely love a liquid vitamin or liquid mineral as well. And then you'll see a difference. You'll feel energetic. You'll look better. Your skin will be smoother. You won't have to use so much lotions on your skin. It doesn't rub the lotion on its skin all the time. You can go ahead and start oiling from the inside out. And that means wetness everywhere. That means lubrication everywhere.
Okay. But lubrication is all good. It's all good. Dryness is not good anywhere. No, nowhere.
I won't just say yes. I need you to do more and say less. I won't just say yes. Need you to do more and say less.